Hello everybody, Andrew Gosgowski here at OneShot Creations, and today we're doing something a little bit different. This is OneShot, the Pancake episode. The 10th anniversary of OneShot, and Nico decided to share their mama's pancake recipe with the world. Join them on a special interactive cooking lesson in OneShot Cafe, the coffee shop AU where nobody dies. Well, that's just a wonderful idea. So yeah, this came out the other day because of course it's OneShot's anniversary. I decided, well, I play OneShot, why not try it out? So I'm here. Also today I want to try something different. Just this will be a little bit experimental. So what you're seeing right now is what you're used to is that whenever I play a game that's resolution is 4:3, I put the pool to pillar beams on the sides of the screen to sort of letterbox it. Today I want to try something different. So. Hey. Hi. It's me. I'm Engineer. This new setup I want to try out just for fun. There's all of this VTuber stuff going on nowadays, and I thought it might be fun. Now, this is not a full thing, it's just like, it is what it is. But it kind of works. So I just kind of want to try it, see what you guys think. See, there's me in the background behind me. It's two me's, yeah? That's me almost in the background. It's me in the foreground. Just here to fix myself or something like that. It's a a setup. I might try it again with other stuff in the future, but I want to have this be the inaugural test run of it. Is it weird? I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. So right then, so let's get started. I've already configured my settings here, so hopefully everything's alright. You guys love able to touch screen. You can go to Nico, Alula, Ling, and Lamplighter. So let's see what this is about. Start. Hi everyone. As you know, it's the 10-year anniversary of OneShot. No, the original version anyway. It's got more art by Night Margin in here. So I thought I'd decorate the cafe. We opened extra early today, so nobody's shown up yet. Except me. Hey Nico. Been until I last saw you. Yeah. Okay, I guess enough. Alright then. Here we are. I'm here on a very special mission today. Can you guess what it is? Does it involve a celebration cake? Of the pan variety? How'd you know? Oh gee, I wonder. You literally told me a minute ago before the camera turned on. Okay. Alright. Today, I'll be showing everyone how to make Mama's special pancakes. And I'll be helping. Because he's a grown-up and I'm not old enough to use a stove without adult supervision. Alright then. It was weird seeing Nico not holding the sun. It's just Nico. I don't wonder. It is still... Spoilers for OneShot, you haven't seen the actual main game. Just put a spoiler thing in the bar below me. It is still inside the world machine, or just like some magical world where everyone is escaped into a real world. For me, it's like we're actively run simulations from fixed after we helped the world machine. I'm kind of wondering. Anyways. But didn't you like eat things on fire before? Yeah, vaguely. I only vaguely remember that. I think God counts as adult supervision. Yeah, hi. I'm God. I solve practical problems. Yeah, that's fair. Alright then, follow me to the kitchen. Okay. So, can I control Nico now? Yeah, okay. We're back here in Refuge. Look at that, all the balloon decorations. Can I examine things? Milk and sugar. I like both. I'm not in coffee. Like me going out milk. Coffee machine. It's nearly full. And Lamplighter hasn't been here yet today. So, yeah, menu. Getting used to the OneShot controls is like Undertale. Oh, hello. Ling has blocked the entrance to the cafe with stools. But no wonder no one else has been here yet today. Use the control scheme. So the settings here. Let's check things out. Notes. Do you have any notes? They just the controls, yeah. I think the same as the main OneShot. Okay, yeah. Wait, was that the same notes section as in OneShot? Interact with the environment character to find item needs to go to your inventory. Does it say the same thing it said back in actual one-shot? Closing is an option. Game's expensive experience in windowed mode. Closing game will save your progress. The game also saves some key events. I wonder if this game has any like fourth wall moments like the main one-shot did. Because I haven't prepped for that. So if something fourth wall-y happens, I won't be ready for it. You can't fast travel right now. Okay, just like another day in the one-shot universe. But the first time we get to see Ling's kitchen. I think this was closed in the main game as well, the counter. Alright then. There's a kitchen. I cleaned out pretty good. You never know that we had a fire last week. Oh. Okay. Another one. Oh. Right? Robots are surprisingly flammable. I mean, they can't combust. Wrong button. Darn, getting used to this. Okay. I'm not allowed to use the stove by myself. Just want to examine things. Frying pan. Makes pancakes. Almost looks a little bit shallow there, but I guess it's fine. Sink. That's a sink. Okay, Link has described that one for us. A fancy coffee machine. Coffee's for grown-ups. You know, fun fact, I've only had coffee once in my life thus far. I'll probably have it more in the future, though. Fancy coffee machine. Coffee's for grown-ups. That's the pantry. It doesn't actually have pans in it. That's a fridge. What's back here? This is the storage room. It's cold, so you shouldn't go in. Here's another walk-in freezer. Alright then. Link sprites as he turns to face us. Alright then. My coworkers aren't here because they're still getting repaired for fire damage. Your coworkers are all the robots, so we won't have extra help today. Do you think you can handle it? Of course, I help Mom out in the kitchen all the time. Especially when making pancakes. I even wrote down the recipe. Hello. Oh, so many pages. How do you have this with you here, Nico? Nice spelling there. Recipe. I see Nico writes the Minecraft crafting book. Also, I like the cool S up there in the corner. Classic reference. Oh, so many pages. Part 1 Pan. It's surprisingly legible for crayon. Like I said, these pancakes are very special, so I wrote a lot. It takes Mama a long time to make, start to finish. She even makes the syrup herself. Oh, nice. Homemade. Wow. Sounds like a lot of work. Sometimes in life, you gotta work hard. Boy, is that ever true. Oh. It says here that we need cups of things. What are cups? Oh. I'm assuming Ling is talking about the measurement of cups and not just like cups in general, because like they got coffee in their shop, and how do you drink coffee otherwise? So like, isn't there like someone in Refuge who had a cup for her head, I think? I suppose this is like for the interactive recipe part though, in case you don't know how to measure cups. Measuring cups? You have to measure cups? Not sure if I get it. Oh dear. Don't you cook for your job? How do you cook without measuring cups? Or measuring spoons? How do you know how much flour to use? I weigh it? Oh yeah. The other people in the city do that. Do they? Sounds like a hassle. They have to use a scale every time they cook. Well, we do live in the city. No, not your city, in my city. The cities we have back home. Right. Using a scale all the time sounds hard. You know, it's easier if we had measuring cups and spoons. God, can we get some cups down here? Or can Lamplighter go get some from somewhere? I don't know. I still don't know what those are, though. Like, amount-wise. Maybe we need to get some help. Hold on. We're gonna get Lamplighter? Oh, you brought a friend. Just bring Proto over. Hey, Proto. Yep, and he's willing to help us. Are you sure? Willing is exactly the right word here. Yeah. Oh, Nico. Just casually bring the robot in. Was that Kay there before? Oh, hello. I don't think I've seen you around before. Nice to meet you. Don't get your hopes up. I don't do nice. Really. I was just like sort of aloof by himself all the time. That's just what he wants you to think. Smile, smile. Hush. Oh, while you were gone, I dug this thing out from storage. Ooh, what is it? Why don't you turn on the switch to find out? Ooh. Oh. A music player. I thought it would be fitting here. A music player with fire? Oh, that's fake. Does it play any other songs? It's only the birthday song, I'm afraid. Is that copyrighted? Aw. I wanted to play heavy metal, like in the cooking shows. Gordon, where are you? It's a little kind of funny that you have to light it on fire every time. I know. I like it though. Fire is cool. Don't mess with fire, kids. Fire is hot, actually. I think it's a level 3 safety violation, and therefore extremely stupid. Yeah. Don't worry, the candle isn't real. Convincing though, right? Oh, I was playing it. Convincing though, right? Oh. And it's just stupid. Jeez, Proto, you're out to kill, aren't you? This better be good. Of course. I wouldn't call you if it wasn't an emergency. A dire, sticky, sugary, delicious emergency. A sticky, yummy explosion. You want me to do gram conversions, don't you? Maybe. Cheeky Nico. So much for this not being a pain in the... Assuming the children are around, Proto. Assuming that... Oh, I see what you did there with the writing. Assuming that you do not need perfect conversions, I should be able to help. This world is only calibrated to the metric system, and my database on the other units only has a limited sample size that does not account for various contingencies. So I guess from that, we are still in the world machine, right? So it might not be exactly. How much does a cup of flour weigh? 120 grams, roughly. Wow, you answered so fast. He's a calculator. A simple query like that does not take long to... How much does 3 cups of water weigh? 720 grams. How about half a cup of... You're messing with them, aren't you? Beans? Someone's watching Cars too. Depends on the bean. Oh, pinto. 70 grams, and why do you even need beans to make pancakes? No, I already made that joke. I'm not gonna make it a second time. How about 100 cups of ice cream? Vanilla. 21,400 grams, or 21.4 kilograms. Are you having fun? Is a kilogram of steel heavier than a kilogram of... I don't get it. Do not test my patience. Frankly, I don't understand why anyone would not use a metric system. It just kind of to me. Like, in fact, there's metric and non-metric. It is what it is. First, my opinion is just make do. Let's do whatever works. It seems hard. Like something you do in a lab, not in a kitchen. The kitchen is kind of like a lab if you think about it. The Brutal Foods Food Lab. You can play at my Brutal Foods Gmod map right over there. Right, so put it below me. See, it's right there. If I had hands, I would point there. I can like look. Cooking is basically chemistry in its own way. Reduced to a calculator. You never answered the feather question. I refuse to entertain it any further. Okay. Can you change this? Blow out the candle? Yeah. Charming. Alright, so what are we actually doing? Now that Proto's here to help us, we can continue. I guess we had to talk to Proto just to establish that he's here. Alright then. For those of you following along, you would need a gram scale. But if you have measuring cups and spoons like I do at home, you could use those instead. It would probably be a lot easier. Next up is ingredients. Since this recipe is so long, we should probably split it into 3 parts. It kinda is 3 recipes in one. I don't have very many pancakes in my life. I've had some more recently though. They're always nice. As long as I get the right amount of syrup. It's got 3 recipes in one. That's what Mama does. You have to do it in a specific order for the best results. Okay, I'll go get everything ready. Quite a list we have here. I hope you're stocked there, Lang. You don't need to go to the market or anything. Look, everything's here, including an ominous floating exclamation point. Sometimes I like to mix sugar in my water before I drink it. I do that with syrup and milk. Okay, the syrup and milk is kind of more understandable, but sugar water? Is Ling an ant? I get it, man. I had trouble finding hazelnut flour. I just made my own. Oh, nice. Well, that's what Mama does too. She uses a mortar and pesto. I think you mean mortar and pestle. Yeah, I actually have one of those in my kitchen. I knew that. You have to use a food processor. You think it would work with almond flour too? Probably. I like hazelnuts. Alright. Pancakes are my favorite food. What's yours? Mine are eggs. Eggs every day. I eat a lot of eggs. Like a lot. Good question. Not sure if I have one, because it changes all the time. You sound like my mom. Have you ever had steamed buns, Nico? I've been making them a lot lately. I've only heard of them. Is it like bread? Kinda, but most of them have things inside. Bread has things inside of it too. Like flour. I gotta admit, okay, you're looping now. Just press X, alright. What do you think, Proto? Yeah, okay, no. Alright, so I guess we check the thing that's flashing at us first. These are hazelnuts. Mom always said start with this step. She turns hazelnuts into hazelnut candy. I've also never had very many nuts in my life. Never much of a nut person. The most nut I've had is like, what was that called? Butterfingers peanut butter chocolate candy. You can tell how little I have, even how uncertain I am in saying that. I also haven't had Reese's Pieces. You sprinkle them on top of the pancakes later. She also says this recipe is pretty dangerous for a kid, so I normally only help with the first steps. First, I cut a piece of parchment paper with scissors and put it on a baking pan, or anything that's heat-proof. Then you need a knife and cutting. I missed that. I'm not old enough to use knives on my own either, so you have to do this part. Okay. Take about half a cup of hazelnuts, 55 grams. Cut them up like this. Then you pick out all these big pieces. You don't want the crumbs because they'll burn. Yeah, I feel that when cleaning out my toaster. You can save the crumbs and just mix it with hazelnut flour, though. Smart. Now you need a frying pan, but not for pancakes. Toast the hazelnut pieces on the pan on low or medium heat for 5 minutes until they turn brown and smell nice. Careful though, you don't want it to burn. They won't burn if I'm stirring them the whole time. Oh, I think it's just about done. Oh, that's fast. It's only 3 minutes. Also, those pans are a little different, so they heat up at different speeds. I'm still trying to figure out my microwave. Okay, then you turn off the heat and dump out all the hazelnuts onto a plate or bowl, or just a counter if it's clean. And you wipe down the pan really good with a damp towel to get rid of all the burnt bits. You put the pan back on the warm stove to evaporate off the water. I kind of do that. You need the pan dry for the next step. The skin should be loose in hazelnut pieces, so you can rub the pieces between your hands to get all the skin off. Might as well be peeling onions. Are they cool enough to touch yet? Yeah. Well, let me do it. Mama always lets me do this part. I like to use my sleeves. No, I'm sure your mama loves doing the laundry after every pancake batch. Wait, but Mama isn't around to wash my coat afterwards. If you use your bare hands, it'll probably take longer. I wonder, in Nico's actual place of living, how many outfits do they have? How many outfits? Like, how big is Nico's closet? Or do they just wear, like, 7 copies of the same outfit all the time? Why not just use a towel? Smart. But not all the skin will come off, and that's okay. Not everything will be perfect, Nico. And put the hazelnut pieces back in the pan, just like last time, and don't put in any crumbs. I'll just throw the crumbs away this time, since it's mostly just skin and burnt bits anyway. Then you add a quarter cup of sugar to the pan. 50 grams. I'm sure Pro enjoys being here. Now turn on the pan on medium heat to melt the sugar while stirring the pan. Mama says melted sugar is super hot, so it can really hurt you to touch it. Yeah, I once burned my finger at the stove. It wasn't pretty. It made for an interesting gym class period at school later in the week. So, be careful around a hot stove. My finger has never been the same since that day. Okay. Transition to the stove. I'll stay over here. I can't believe something as tasty as sugar can be so dangerous. It's also good for safety, though, like sugar glass in movie props when they make a window somebody to smash it, make it a sugar glass. Smash. I wish I had hands so I could demonstrate that better. Sugar should start to melt in around 5 minutes. Might be different for this stove, though. Once it melts, stir it even more. You want to melt all the sugar and coat all the hazelnut pieces with it. Mama usually keep it on the stove for another 3 minutes or so for all the sugar to melt. Keep it. I think it's supposed to be an S there. Okay, I'll keep stirring. Be careful, okay? I'll be fine. Oh. Did you burn yourself? Nope. Just surprised that it melted as fast as it did. Don't scare me like that. Oh, kids. I think it's done, though. Okay, take it off the heat. Hurry. You need to dump everything out again, this time onto the parchment paper. Danger's still hot. I'll pour it into a thin layer. Since I assume we don't want big clusters that'll be tough to break up later. Like peanut brittle here. But stick together at least a little bit. And again, it's really hot, so definitely don't touch it. What is cool, you can chop them up on a cutting board. Don't try to break them up with your hands, though. Sugar being as sharp as glass is probably also sticky. Not the cruel betrayal for the world's most delicious substance. Cruel betrayal. I can't get any closer to the camera. Try to be ominous. Okay, it's all chopped up now. Do you have a jar or airtight container? That'll keep them crunchy while we make the other things. Otherwise the sugar will get sticky after a while. Say, why is that? Why are you looking in my direction? Because you're the smartest guy here. Because sugar has hygroscopic properties, which means it attracts the water molecules in the air. This picture was on the preview for the download. The water molecules would then describe the crystal structure of the hardened sugar you just made. You heated the sugar up to about 150 degrees Celsius, also referred to as the hard crack stage. In this stage, the sugar is hard and brittle. And crunchy. But as the hardened sugar continues to pull moisture from the air, and thus disrupting its crystal structure, it will lose its brittleness. Water is able to do this because it is a polar molecule, which means that it has two differently charged regions. The oxygen atom holds a partially negative charge, while the two hydrogen atoms hold a partially positive charge. This polarity gives water the ability to attract other polar molecules. And not only that, the pair of hydrogen bonds in the water molecule also... This goes on for another 5 minutes. I'm learning words. Me too, Nico. Me too. I just go put these in a jar with some silica gel packets. Oh, you just have those, do you? Silica gel, of course. Silica gel, a form of silicon dioxide, is extremely porous, with a large surface area that facilitates in moisture absorption and retention. It has the ability to absorb 40% of its own weight in water, and is used as a commercial desiccant. Don't eat it, Spampton. Wait till you get that reference. In our case, it would absorb all the moisture in a small, closed space, sealed jar. Good to know. Science. Okay, we're just back to this now. Yeah, that's what the feathers again? Reduce to a calculator. I want to see the feathers line again. His unamused expression. Alright. We're making the syrup next. Oh, syrup is super simple to make. Well, I think it's scary. Because we're melting sugar again. I'll stay over here. Away from the stove. You can help me cut the butter, at least. Give the child a knife. We need 2 tablespoons of it. 30 grams. Cut in smaller pieces with a butter knife. Butter knife is safe for little old me. On my side, we need a cup of brown sugar. 208 grams. Which goes into the saucepan, along with half a cup of water. Interesting is that Ling is just describing cups, which is weird since he doesn't know what they are. I guess it was just going along with when Nico was whispering in his ear. 120 grams. Mix together with a small whisk and heat over medium-high heat while constantly stirring. And don't forget to add the maple syrup. 2 tablespoons, right? 40 grams. Say, why do we have to cook the syrup to melt it when maple syrup always stays a liquid? You're looking at me again. Oh boy. Science time. Maple syrup contains invert sugars, which are structurally different from table sugar. Invert sugars have better moisture retention properties and do not readily crystallize. It's typical to add invert sugar to syrups made with regular sugar in order to prevent the mixture from recrystallizing, which would lead to a grainy texture. Why don't we just use honey or corn syrup for that? Then it won't taste as good. I wouldn't know a difference regardless. Alright, you can't eat. Once the syrup boils, switch the heat down to medium-low and simmer for about 2 minutes while stirring. Nico, can you pass me the butter? I cut it into little cubes like Mama does. Cute little butter cubes. Like sugar cubes. Is that okay? Nice. Give me any shape. We need stars. Pizzas just need to be small enough to melt quickly once added to the syrup. Stirring it helps it melt faster. Correct. And we just take it off the heat and leave it in the pan to cool down to eating temperature. Careful not to touch it though. Oh, I need to check something here. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, a little cursor. Right then. Have you ever had steamed buns? You just say the same things. It's filler dialogue. Examine things. These are for later, even though I really want to eat them now, like candy. Examine the things we prepped so far. It's still hot. I should leave it alone. Alright. What if I just turn this on again? Why not? Leave it on for a little bit. Now we're finally ready to make pancake batter. The main event. Yep, it's a 3 mixing bowl recipe. You have 3 different color bowls for this, like the Powerpuff Girls here, or the pieces of the Triforce. 1 bowl for dry ingredients, 1 bowl for wet ingredients, and 1 bowl just for the egg white. That's how you really know it's special, huh? Because all the dishes you'll have to clean afterwards. Yeah. In my life I try to use as few dishes as possible. It's not labor of love without the labor, as Mama always says. Looks like we also need a sifter and a whisk. More things to clean up later. And the pan. Don't forget the pan. Because otherwise it would just be cake. Actually, it would just be raw. It's raw! Looking at the camera. It's raw! We don't need the stove until the end, so I can talk about way more this time. The first bowl was the egg white bowl. It needs to be super clean. No oil or it'll ruin everything. I like to wipe down the bowl with some lemon juice, just to be sure. It's got some lemons in. I like to make special sauce for boiled eggs. And you want to take the egg and separate out the egg white. You can't mix any egg yolk into the egg white because egg yolks have oil in it. So I know how that works. Say, just right into it. Because egg white is a pure protein. Protein molecules tend to link to each other when partially denatured through mechanical force, such as whisking. The whisking process would also introduce a lot of air to the mixture, causing the protein mesh to become a foam. Oil molecules would disrupt the mesh structure, causing the foam to collapse. That was what you were going to ask. How'd you know? You're very predictable, Nico. Alright, back to the eggs. I like to suck out the egg yolk with a water bottle. That's how I just can break the egg yolks. How does that work? Proto? I can also dig it out with my hands, but then my hands would get slimy. I just use a separator. All things have fancy equipment here. Oh, that's handy. It's handy because then you don't need to use your hands. Okay, now we put the yolk in the second bowl, the green one. We can leave the egg white alone for now. It helps us to get lonely. No, because it's just an egg. How dare you, Nico? How dare you? The egg had a family. No, I'm just kidding. Half an egg. Okay, well, I need to take a break real quick. Sorry, I need to take a drink. Alright then, bowl 2. Alright then, we take the bowl with the egg yolk and mix it with half a cup of buttermilk, which is very tasty. 112 grams. 3 tablespoons of regular milk to go in that too. 45 grams. I appreciate this whole interactive recipe thing. Mix it all together and leave that alone too. You put it next to the first bowl so that it doesn't get lonely. If it get lonely, it's just milk. Oh, okay, that was a short one. We don't need to use this yet. It's the bowl with the egg whites in it. We don't need to use it yet. Okay, hold on. I have sprint set to my usual source and sprint key, which is V. Like a Delta and control, it's like it would just be X. That was just kind of messing with me. Yeah, I'll change it. Hold on. Oh, never mind. The games don't like that. Alright, let's continue. Okay, now we want to take the sifter and put in half a cup of flour. I'm sorry, cursor. 60 grams. Oh, but then we gotta take a tablespoon of flour out. 8 grams. Leaving you with 52 grams of flour. Thank you, Proto. Right. Then add a tablespoon of cornstarch. Also 8 grams. And after that, add 2 tablespoons of hazelnut flour. The best part, 14 grams. And 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. The other best part, 26 grams, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, which does not taste great on its own, 5 grams, and finally a pinch of salt, less than 1 gram. Don't add too much or the pancakes would be salty. Might still taste good though. Don't even joke like that. I like my eggs salty. If you ever read my Steam profile, the saltiest thing about me are the eggs I cook. My heart's probably going to die soon. I wasn't joking. There are salty pancakes out there too, you know. I like to make mine with shredded vegetables, such as... I will pretend not to hear you while I sift all this flour. Evil vegetables. Oh, the bigger piece of hazelnut and some of the brown sugar might not go through the sifter. That's okay though, decide that the flour mix after everything else is sifted through. Then you mix it by hand one last time before adding it to the buttermilk mixture. It is a long interactive recipe. You want to pour in the flour mixture slowly. You mix it with a spatula, real gentle. Oh, that's called folding. Where you mix the dry and wet ingredients together in a sort of cutting motion with the spatula. If you overmix, the pancakes will get tough. Though I don't know. Because it develops the gluten. It's the music speeding up. Because it develops the gluten in the flour. Gluten is a mixture of proteins found in wheat flour, which is created when flour is mixed with water and further developed into an elastic network of elastic polymers. Thanks. Gluten is great for making bread, but not so great if you want to make something softer, like pancakes. Some people are also really allergic to gluten, so I gotta clean the kitchen really well for customers with allergies. I wonder how many people in Refuge are allergic to gluten. Aww. I feel bad for them because they can't have... Sorry, I inhaled some flour. I feel bad for them because they can't have these pancakes. They can use gluten-free flour. It might not be the exact same, but maybe. Okay, now we leave the batter alone for about 20 minutes. This gives the baking powder time to activate and also hydrate the flour. Rest well, batter. The batter. I remember your purifications. We'll need to wait a few more minutes for the batter to be ready. You should work on the egg whites now. Okay, this part is really hard. You gotta take your whisk and whisk the egg whites a lot until it turns all white. It takes Mom forever to do this. Electric whistle makes it a lot easier. That's a thing? Amazement. Yeah? What is this sorcery? And the few shots we see of Nico's village and the main OneShot, it kind of looks like they live in a rural village in the middle of a wheat field. You can see the reason they might not have that much technology. Who knows? It might be wrong though. Did Nico know where the computer was at the beginning of OneShot? I don't remember. Maybe like you heard of them. Electricity. That's handy. That's why it's called a hand mixer. That's not actually where I was going with that. Just go with it. A couple drops of lemon juice and the egg whites will also help. You're right, Mama does that too. I always wonder why that is. Because acid helps stabilize the protein foam. A slightly lower pH would keep the denatured proteins relatively loose, preventing them from folding back up. This allows the structure to be able to incorporate more air bubbles, creating a more stable foam. Additionally, the acid most commonly used for a meringue is cream of tartar. Oh, I love tartar sauce. It's great in potato salad. Oh, we'd only just use it for seafood. Especially fish. I like fish. Fish. Before we say cats like fish, I can assure you that's a coincidence. But maybe that's why they named a famous cat after tartar sauce? That's a legacy reference right there. Tartar sauce is something completely unrelated. Proto is not like that. The name tartar is in cream of tartar. The name tartar in cream of tartar comes from potassium bitartrate, a potassium salt of tartaric acid, which potassium is a funny word. Chris, get the banana. But it has a bad word in the middle. I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Oh shoot, you're right. How did you make that noise with your mouth? Pronounce podium. Okay. You pamphlet podium. How many times do I have to tell you to correctly place the parrot-selling pamphlets in the pamphlet podium? Podium. That sounds like pot. Stop talking about potassium. Okay? Shut up. The egg's a soft peak right now. Do I keep going? I might usually whisk it until you turn the bowl upside down. Was that like Wendy's Frosty? What is that normally? Is that DQ? There's some place out there with like a frosted drink you can turn it upside down and it stays in the cup. I don't remember who it is though. Without anything falling out, of course. Because that would just make a huge mess. A slipping hazard, as it were. Swift peaks it is then. Half a minute of electric extra sounds later. World Machine narrated that one for us. And it's ready now. So fast. It's not just the power of technology. You got a robot right next to you, Nico. You can always put the foam in the batter and do the fold mixing thing again. But we have to pour the egg foam into the batter, not the other way around. Otherwise I might mess up his conscience. Right? Consistency. Oh, okay. I knew that. No, and you have to use this batter right away, or it'll go flat over time. Okay, I'll go heat up the stove then. Now laying himself. We tried to leave. We need to make the pancakes still. Okay. I don't really know what the other steps. I don't really know the other steps because it's on a stove. Okay, I'll take over then. Alright, we don't have the regular griddle right now. It was damaged in the fire. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'll just have to make these in the pan. That's what Mama does. She uses a really heavy black pan for these. Cast iron. It was a thing with like seasoning your cast iron pan. I never understood that. It's like you coat it with something so things you cook in it are better. I've seen it on YouTube. I don't fully know what that's about. I think it's called a cast iron pan. Cast iron pan? Porto. That's the one. Silly me. We are not cats. Oh, and she adds a ton of butter to it. That's something I never do. I always use olive oil when I cook eggs. I heard that butter is better though. One thing I'm seeing is steel pans right now, so butter would definitely help it not stick to the pan. But that might not make very smooth looking pancakes. Butter tends to make it look more bubbly. It'll taste great. I'd eat a stick of butter by itself if I could. I like how the music's paused right there. I won't lie, I was the kind of child to eat butter sometimes in the past. I haven't done it in a long time though. Okay, that was a long time ago. Well, we probably won't need that much butter for this batch. So it's the kind of thing I have popcorn right next to me during this recording, full of butter, you know, like this. Here's some Olive's chewing ASMR for you. Since I usually make pancakes on the baked non-stick griddle, I'll be a little rusty doing it the old-fashioned way. I like this pan, which doesn't rust because it's made of steel. I'll start heating up the pan on medium heat with some butter, about 4 or 5 out of 9 on a standard stove. Give maybe a couple minutes, then add a drop of water to the pan. If it sizzles, that means the pan is hot enough. Scary. Then you lower the heat down a notch to around 3, and how much batter does your mom normally use? Let's see. About 1/3 of a cup. Conversion data for pancake batter not found in the database. Oh. That's concerning. Enough batter to make a pancake about 4 inches across. So we're going to end up with 5 or 6 pancakes. You can make them bigger, but they'll be harder to flip. Okay, first pancake down. Let's wait about 5 minutes for that to cook. You can slide a spatula under it. It feels solid enough to lift without collapsing. It's ready to flip, and barely any color. I expected this. First pancake is always ugly. Cook it for about 4 more minutes on the other side. Flip it, and done. Same on the other side too. I guess the pan isn't hot enough yet. That's okay. The Messiah shall accept the ugly pancake as sacrifice. Now to make the rest. Don't forget to add more butter between each pancake. Already started eating. A worthy sacrifice. I like this new Sprite. I'll crank the heat up a notch to 4 this time. Maybe it'll help it brown better. I don't want to turn it up too high because it might burn. But nothing's higher than a burned pancake. Choo choo. Every stove is different though, so these definitely aren't hard numbers. Well, this pancake turned out nicer. The pan is too hot now, so if I add more butter, now it'll explode. Scary. Because butter is the emulsion of fat and water, both of which do not mix with each other. Explosions are caused by the water rapidly turning to steam under high temperatures. Yep, that's why you don't put a grease fire with water. Correct. I'll lower the heat back to 3 for now. I guess we can just add the adjusted heat to cook the rest. And done. The pancake episode done with. I had trouble finding hazelnut flour. We used a mortar and pestle. Alright then. Are we just about ready to put everything together? Yup. Let me do it! Okay, so we slide the pancakes and add a square of butter to it, like this. And then, where's the syrup? Also, I've never had stacked pancakes. I've only had them like separately on a plate. It's over here, on the stove. Back in the danger zone. We're starting to congeal, so I'm warming it back up. Caramel syrups tend to solidify after a while. Especially in our case, since it's not a true caramel, so it'll get gritty as it cools. Nothing a few minutes and stuff can fix, though. We have to stir the entire time or it might burn. Yuck! Okay, then we pour the warm, not burnt, syrup over the top and sprinkle the candy hazelnuts on top of that. And done! Realistic pancakes. It's like Paper Mario Color Splash over again. Ooh. Those statistics. Lots of love, fringe, and brown sugar. That's good. Okay, normally I would eat the whole thing myself, but buy the Nico plushie from Fangamer. You guys work so hard on this, so we should all share. Yeah, about that. I cannot eat. Alright. Oh well, more for me. I'll just eat the extra pancake that didn't fit the stack. That's a sad one. Sad, lonely, undecorated. Never mind. Professional at work. You want to eat the rest of these at a table? Yeah. Still chewing. Alright then, let's take a break from the kitchen. The fruit of our labor. It's not actually fruit. Gonna miss you. I'm still here for some reason. Alright then. It's a knife. Very dangerous. Are you guys giving out Ling's not here? Like that. The sink. Yeah, Ling narrates some of these things, so it's a pantry. No panticide. It's a fridge. This is a storage room? No, that's different. You ain't gonna carry the pancakes, Nico? Oh, hello. Oh, Lamplighter and Alula are here. Oh no! I completely forgot we were open early today. How long have you guys been waiting? 40 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, I just got here. Hi, Nico. Hi, Lula. Hi, Lamplighter Man. I have a name. What is that name? What are you guys doing back in the kitchen? I was teaching Ling how to make pancakes. Are we gonna share? Sharing is caring. But doesn't Ling already know how to make pancakes? Not these special ones that my mama makes. And thank you for sharing that with me. I learned a lot today. So we're not going to question the extra blue robot with the yellow phosphor eye. So the master has become the student. Mostly about molecules, but I can see why you like these so much now. It's a very involved recipe. Almost more like a cake than a pancake. What? That's so cool. Fish. Me next. I get to go next. Oh, you want to learn how to make these pancakes too? You might be a little too young. Even an older kid like Nico is scared in some parts. Yeah, I wasn't scared. It's just self-defense. Like Kung Fu? Huh? Were you karate chopping all the pots and pans because you were scared? What? No? Because I would. Oh, Lula. Do you mean like self-preservation? Yeah, that. I don't know that word. I just don't want to be near a hot stove. Especially not around sugar lava. Exactly. Nico was being responsible. Can you eat the lava? Oh, Lula. Buy the Alula plushie. Absolutely do not eat the lava. Tasty lava. Delicious lava. And the responsible thing for me to do is not let Alula anywhere near a stove. I mean, she is covered in feathers. Probably extra flammable from that. We'll teach you how to make these pancakes when you're a little or a lot older, okay? Now I want to teach you how to make my favorite food. What is it, Lula? It does not have lava. Is it fish? Is it fried fish? Oh. In that case, sure. Yay! Get this open house today in the kitchen. Oh dear. Oh, you have a party of Lamplighter and Alula now. Okay. Oh, sure. No extra dialogue from that. There's nothing actually you can see in that menu. Okay, we're leaving. Okay, now. Are we actually going to learn how to cook Alula's favorite food? There's this feature-length game right here, apparently. That was going to be shorter. I see. You got any bread? Oh dear. Sure, but it's pre-sliced, not the loaves you guys normally have. That's even better. Now we don't have to cut it. Okay, you gotta cook the bread on a pan over hot coals. We have a toaster. That's even better. Now you get some yogurt and mix into some salt and seasons. Seasons? Like spring and summer? Of course not, silly. Wait, sure it is. That's not what I mean, and you know it. Aw, she's sad. I'm assuming you want sea moss salt? We got a shipment from the Glen a while ago. We also have garlic salt, which tastes similar, but a lot stronger. I like me some garlic salt, so I just put it on my eggs. Give me the garlics! We don't get this much back home. Okay, mix the salt with the yogurt, then just spread this on the bread with a spoon. I like to rip up some fish into little pieces and put it on top. Smoked fish, not alive. You got any? We got smoked salmon. Will that work? Ooh, this is a dish. A favorite. I have to put some seeds on top of that fish to make it crunchy. These artisanal toasted sesame seeds work? Proto? Yeah, I'll take it. Oh dear. And the one-shot team. No bird seed. A little bit of sesames. Yeah, I get it. One-shot team working overall on these. It's like, again, Paper Mario. So, for those of you who don't know, in Paper Mario Color Splash, there's a boss fight where you fight a realistic steak. And you can see in the behind the scenes for the game, the devs actually made a real steak, took pictures of it for the boss. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. So, oh, you want to make something too? I was actually just gonna order my regular jug of coffee, but breakfast won't hurt. Yeah, eat some food now and again, lamplighter. Look at you, eating food. Yeah, it was a thing like in the main game. Like Dylan always talks about him only having coffee, like a whole pot of coffee. Yeah. Cover your eyes, kids. Or your parents might get mad. If Step 1. Toast slice of bread. Step 2. Cover with butter, room temperature. Step 3. Sprinkle on instant coffee and sugar to taste. It's coffee bread. And done. It tastes okay. Oh dear. I wonder who ate this after the photo was taken. Oh dear. And that's breakfast. Very little sleep, lots of caffeine, lots of sugar. Tastes okay. Yeah, not very good for grown-ups. Not good for children at all. This is freaking warped music. For lunch, I want to mix the instant coffee into some 3-minute noodles. The cup kind. You don't need to add the sugar. Or if I'm really in a rush, I just put a scoop of coffee into a bag of uncooked. I think you should leave. The kitchen. Lamplighter is banned from the kitchen. Oh, Proto left too. Okay. I should probably start the coffee machines. Do you want any, Nico? No thanks. Coffee's for grown-ups. I heard it's really bitter. Only if you drink it black. You might like it in a decaf hazelnut cappuccino or mocha latte, though. I only said one of those words. I like it black. What? Excuse me, Lula? Not so much fun. Too bad we didn't get this karate chop in your pants, so. We used to not do that. It's expensive to replace equipment. Alright then. Ready on that and enjoy your food now? Oh, look, everyone's here. Now Calmus was worried. We got the Watcher, got George and the Six Face, got Kip, got the plant pot person, got the sheep herder. I think it's Night Margin. Got Magpie, Goth Girl, Cedric and Root. Cedric and Root all showed up. Lily, have you been here this whole time? Don't go running off like that. Sheesh. Sorry, I got hungry. Foraging food is so easy in the city, though. The nice guy at the cafe feeds me for free because I'm very cute and also a baby. Babby. Can't argue with that. And he gives this guy here free food because he doesn't take care of himself despite being grown up and his house is probably really messy. Ouch. Hey! Just saying. Oh, well, hey, with all the decorations. It's someone's birthday? Did you just notice? I guess you could call it a birthday. It's a 10-year anniversary. Oh, so Kip is aware, huh? Anniversary of what? Someone's wedding? Or I don't think anyone here is married. It's the anniversary of the original... Oh, right, you weren't around for that. That's okay, neither was I. Fourth wall. I was. Were you, Calamus? I think. What are anniversaries but good reminders that we're inching another year closer to our inevitable demise? Thank you, Watcher. I wasn't around either. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm just here for the emotional support. Thanks. Yeah, a lot of us got here pretty late, didn't we? Especially me. Yeah, you really lost me there. Though it was 10 years ago. You think I can remember that far back? He doesn't. But I'm not gonna pass up an excuse to party. Hey! Hey, where's all the booze? There are children present, Magpie. What a crowd. I'll say. Looks like I got a lot of cooking to do now, huh? Yo, I'll help. We can make more pancakes. Pancakes? Count me in, you're almost up for some breakfast for dinner. Nobody's surprised by the talking fox. George, it's 8 in the morning. We're having breakfast for breakfast. Let me guess, you pulled an all-nighter on those manuscripts again. You know what, babe? Breakfast or dinner for breakfast. For lunch. Because you already ate. Pancakes, that makes me nostalgic. We haven't seen him in a long time, have we? Yeah. What are you whispering about? Just reminiscing. Nico. This must be important to you. Of course. It is my mama's special recipe. It's my favorite thing to eat ever. Ah, wonderful. You don't want to know how long it took to make, though. Yeah, it's like... It is almost an hour in this recording. I was there. That time is not wasted. You spent it on something you care about. It's true. These pancakes turned out really good because we spent a lot of time on them. Sick. They won't make you sick unless you eat 100 of them. 5,500 grams. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Eating 100 pancakes? If they're as good as you say, we just might. It's Pancake Day in the cafe. Collectively. I can't eat 100 pancakes by myself. With 100 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Counting all the people on the right side of the counter. That's quitter talk. Speaking of whom, Lamp Man. I have a name. You're not gonna bail on us again, are you? I was just gonna go back to work, but I guess everyone's staying, so it'd be super awkward if I left now. I mean, there's other people out in the city, still. Yeah, sure, I'll stay. I guess he's going on break today. I could go for second breakfast. I'm a growing baby bird. My body demands nutrients. Babby. Nutrients, but it's mostly just sugar. It's a party, so who cares? Sugar is a nutrient, technically. That means we get to eat as much as we want. That's a spirit. Spirit. There are no spirits here. Under his breath. I'm talking about booze. Restrain yourself, Magpie. Magpie, we just said it's like 8 in the morning. What? I'm not getting much. It's a shot. Just one shot. I don't think this is the right kind of establishment for booze. One shot. I think Magpie's been inhaling the vapors. Kip's right, we just have breakfast foods here mostly. Like the hundreds of pancakes coming up. Or however many orders we get. Looks like keep everyone waiting. Okay, I'll go back to work then. See you in a bit. Hey, I said I want to help. Don't start without me. One shot. 10th anniversary. Thank you, Magpie. Thank you for playing. Thank you for all your support in the last 10 years. And the credits. Ragged Cheeser, Sharp Fate, Night Margin. Pancake recipe from Night Margin. So that recipe comes straight from Night Margin themselves. God approved. Original concept. Elisa Vasquez. Yeah, Elisa Velasquez is the main creator of the game and is the sheep herder person. Nico plush available in Fangamer. There's also an Lula plush. I think it was made by a person that was on DeviantArt. They made a design and now it's a facial plush. That's pretty neat. Because I watched that person on DeviantArt. I forget their name was. They're one of the plush people on DeviantArt who make plushes. They made the design for the Lula plush. Anniversary merch, Moth Par Fate at big.bigcartel.com. That's a weird name. See you next time. Oh, and the game just closed. Okay. Alright then. You see my lovely back screen there behind the footage. Alright then. That was nice. That was OneShot, the Pancake episode. The OneShot 10th anniversary. That was fun. I like that. And if you want to learn how to make a new pancake recipe, well, there you go. Try out Night Martin's recipe. Look on off right there. I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Remember, on my other channel, I got the Tears of the Kingdom Cups going on. I'm about to keep him to a schedule, but he's just coming out again. Alright, see you then.